Hello and welcome back to the Feminine Upgrade. Today we will be talking about teeth and teeth health. So let's jump right in. It's very important for us to take care of our teeth as we need it to talk and eat. So there's a lot of people who don't really know how to brush their teeth well or take care of them. And so I hope I can give you guys some tips today that will help you or somebody that you know to increase their oral health. Yeah, and I might give you guys a little background story about my teeth and stuff like that. So let's start with the basics. Make sure you're brushing your teeth twice a day. And the real reason why they say brush it twice a day is because most people don't brush their teeth well enough the first time. So it's good to go back in, which I was like, okay. So you want to make sure that you're brushing your teeth in small circles. It doesn't matter what type of toothbrush you have. You don't need the top of the line electric toothbrush. You can use a normal toothbrush from the dollar store. All that matters is that you're brushing your teeth and getting in there. And don't forget to brush your tongue, okay? Make sure you brush your tongue, because most of your bad breath is coming from that thing. So make sure you get that. You don't want to brush your teeth and leave your tongue just there, because your breath is still going to stink. And one huge indication is when somebody has a white tongue. All that is just plaque buildup on the tongue. So you want to make sure that you're brushing your tongue, but don't brush it too hard or you're going to damage your tongue. So gently go in and brush your tongue until you don't see any more plaque on there. Another thing you can do is invest in a tongue scraper, as that will help to remove the plaque off your tongue even more. But you can do this along with brushing your tongue with your normal toothbrush. So when your tongue is pink and everything, that's an indication that it's clean. Not always, but it's better than it being white, because white is just an excess buildup of plaque and germs and everything, and you just want to get rid of that. There's a little test you can do to check your breath and everything, which is by licking your wrist and then smelling it. I know it sounds weird, but sometimes you gotta do that just to see where your breath is at. So let's get into flossing. So when you're brushing your teeth, it does get in between your teeth sometimes and remove the food that's stuck between there, but not always. Sometimes you need to go in with floss and finish the job. Yeah, so many people don't floss because they feel like brushing their teeth does the whole thing, which is not true. Brushing your teeth is just the bare minimum thing that you can do for your overall mouth, which I understand. Some people are in a rush, but when you care about your mouth health and everything like that, sometimes you need to do these extra steps. So not flossing can cause plaque and food buildup between your teeth, further rotting your gums and teeth while eating away at your teeth enamel. And that's just something we want to avoid. So please make sure you floss. And how often should you floss? And how to floss? So a lot of us floss the wrong way. We just go straight in between the teeth and we scrape against our gums, and then our gums start bleeding, and it's just why would I want to keep flossing if I'm cutting my gums each time. You want to make sure that the floss hugs against your tooth and then slide down. Yeah, and that should help with not damaging your gums. So when it comes down to which toothpaste you should use, I guess it depends on the person, because some people have sensitive teeth and gums, so you should invest in toothpaste that are made specifically for those things if it's going to bother you that much. But other than that, a toothpaste with fluoride in it should do the trick. And when it comes down to floss, I know there's different types of floss. So you can get the pick kind. That's the one that I like to use because I can really get in there a lot better than the loose string type. But now that we've talked about teeth and brushing them and flossing, let's get into mouthwash. Growing up, my family was huge on mouthwash. Huge, make sure you use mouthwash after you're done brushing. However, studies show that using mouthwash with high concentrates of alcohol in it can really dry out your mouth, which can lead to an increase of plaque, tooth decay, and gum disease, also mouth sores and thrush, which we definitely want to avoid that. So if you're going to use mouthwash, try getting one without a lot of alcohol in it. But if you're brushing your teeth well and flossing well, then you shouldn't have to use mouthwash. But I know some of us are just want to use mouthwash just as an extra little thing. So if you do, try to find one with very little or none at all of alcohol. So back to flossing. How often should you floss? Definitely twice a day, but I would recommend after any meal you have, just to get that, whatever food could potentially be stuck between your teeth out immediately, so it doesn't have time to sit there on your tooth. So there's a lot of coffee drinkers out there, and I get it. You gotta have your coffee, and that's fine. Do you? And a lot of people don't know when to brush their teeth in the morning, if they should brush their teeth right away, or if they should wait till after they're done eating breakfast. And I would say the best time to do it is before breakfast, because when you brush your teeth after eating, it brings all that sugar and salt and whatever onto the surface of your teeth, and sometimes you don't get all of that off, and it just sits there for the rest of the day till you brush it again, if you brush it again. And yeah, that's just a no. Same with when you drink coffee. And yeah, so the best time to brush your teeth is before eating breakfast and drinking your coffee. And I know it sounds weird because you're going to go out into the day and you want your mouth to be fresh. So you want to brush your teeth, last, right before you walk out the door. But no, don't do that. Don't. If you must, pop a breath mint in, because chewing gum really isn't good for you. You can develop click jaw from that, so try to avoid gum as well. And when you brush your teeth before eating, it sets the foundation of your mouth for the rest of the day. So as the day goes on and you continue to eat your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your mouth will still have that fluoride and hints of toothpaste still to it, if that makes sense, even after you ate. And it will help keep your breath fresher longer, than if you were to brush your teeth, after eating. Okay, so let's be honest, we're all adults here. Sometimes we might perform certain acts on other people, if you know what I'm talking about. And it's good to make sure you're cleaning all of that out your mouth and off your tongue. So I really, really stress to you about getting a tongue scraper or aura brush. Is it aura brush or oral brush? I don't know, but yeah, just to help scrape all of that off. Because who wants that stuff in their mouth and on their tongue just sitting there and fermenting? Like, no. Get that off of your tongue and out of your mouth. And if you guys apply all these steps together, you guys will see a huge difference in your mouth health and everything. So let's go over it one more time. Make sure that you're brushing your teeth well twice a day, flossing after every meal, using a tongue scraper to get all that bacteria off of your tongue, and maybe a mouthwash. I'm not so heavy on that, but if you must. And that will keep your breath smelling good, you guys, if you do that. I'm just saying. And another thing is, if you start your day off with, like, after brushing your teeth and you eat something like an apple, like, fruits really help to kill any type of bacteria and keep your mouth smelling good and everything like that. So if you eat an apple, you're pretty much set for the rest of the day. I mean, unless you're just shoving garlic and onions in your mouth. And lastly, if you have a mouth sore inside your mouth or anything like that, put salt on your fingertip and then put that onto the sore, and also get a Q-tip and put some peroxide on the Q-tip and then put that on the sore. Don't do it at the same time, mixing the salt and the peroxide, but at different times, and that will help that sore go down like instantly. So that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys later.